Lauren Fix, known as the car coach. Thanks, Lauren. Love to see you here to kind of decipher all of this for us.
Yeah,
but if we
absolutely.
you start with Volkswagen there, and look, they have a huge monumental PR problem with this dirty emission scandal.
Right.
What are they hoping to get at with the electric cars? Because apparently they're going to have a lot of models within the next 10 years.
Right, and that's part of the settlement that they're having with the U.S. federal government and the EPA is that they have to come out with more electric vehicles. They need to put out charging stations and put the charging stations out for everyone. So it's not just about Volkswagen. Whether you have a Nissan Leaf, you buy a Chevy Bolt, you buy a Ford C-Max, you'll be able to use it. So that's part of that settlement. But I have to give VW a lot of credit because they're coming out saying, you know, we're doing this now. We're coming out to show you this vehicle has more range, and they have been having the e-Golf in Europe for years. And sales in Europe are big, and it's a great place to launch it at the Paris Auto Show.
And of course, we have so many more emission standards coming in all over the world,
yes.
Europe and North America. If we go to VW, though, I mean, do you actually think, because I'm going to be skeptical about this, do you actually think, though, that that huge emissions debacle where, let's be clear, they lied to their consumers and also to the rest of us who were ingesting all those dirty fumes, and still are, by the way, that it could actually, you know, engage more people with the electric car because VW is essentially going to be subsidizing it?
Right, well, that is part of it. I have to say, for the U.S. sales, they're down in electric vehicles. They have to sell them in the state of California.
Oil's low.
Oil's low. At some point, with the cost of electricity going up, it's going to start to balance itself out, because now you're talking about OPEC making less oil. That might cause the prices to rise a touch. But the fact is, there's a lot of oil available, and we're not using as much because our vehicles get better fuel economy, and there's a lot more that goes to that. And the fact that some states are requiring, and there's some wonderful incentives. But bottom line, I have to give Volkswagen credit for coming out and doing that, because they're getting a lot in their face after they did mess up. There's no question about that. Will they be able to return trust to consumers? I don't know. It's going to take a long time, I'll tell you that.
Did you see this car?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
I thought it looked really cool. But Volkswagen always does great stuff. Remember, VW Group is a huge group that encompasses Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bentley, Ducati, Skoda, Seat, and those are European brands. So when you start looking at what's available and their technology, you start realizing they have a lot of technology they can use. But I really, truly have to give a ton of credit to Mary Barra for getting that Chevy Bolt out today. Because the fact is, you can get them soon, and they're actually up for the North American Car of the Year. And that's huge for General Motors. And I was just on the phone with the GM person. They're very excited.
And we have to point, we have very little time left, but we'll point out, right, in some states, the car is actually quite cheap because of the tax breaks, right?
Right. You get your $7,500 federal tax credit. You can get $2,500 from your state. Your company may offer some, and then your municipality might cost you nothing, just about.
Lauren Fix, come again. We'll get the car in the studio next time.
Oh, yeah.
That's Quest Means Business for this evening. I'm Paul Newton in New York. The news continues right here on CNN.